can I say, y'all? I mean, what can I say? We got another one. My people, my people, my people. But once again, it's Smell-O-Vision TV back with another one. I got some details on an incident that recently had happened in a small town called Beaumont, Texas, right? And who we have here, and I may have forgotten his name. I think it's Brandon Miller, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Brandon Jamal Miller, y'all. See, Brandon Jamal Miller is what would you call this? A lifelong criminal. He's done pretty petty crime, which this city is known for having petty crime and petty crime incidents. So he's a contributor to this one. And of course, you gotta get it how you live. Can't hate a person for how they're getting it and how they're living it. But in this instance, the situation unfolded where the man actually ran out of the courtroom and jumped at least 20 feet or 3 stories up from the balcony onto the bottom, excuse me, guys, and somehow this guy actually survived and was able to run at least out the door. But the incident had happened around 9 o'clock this morning today, and man, I'm amazed at how crazy my people look each and every day, man. These situations like this, especially coming from a city called Beaumont, Texas, and not too many people know of a city like this, but this definitely put this city on the map. So basically, guys, we got a picture of him, man. They caught him. There's no video, but the incident had happened today, and it says here's Brandon Jamal Miller is in custody after he ran out of Judge Stevens' courtroom around 9:15 in the morning, and jumped over a railing to the courthouse lobby floor about 20 feet below after the judge told him he was raising his bond because Miller's drug patch tested positive for cocaine. That boy was slanging that motherfucking dope, and he wasn't trying to go to jail. And I got a question to ask, man. If you do the crime, aren't you supposed to expect the time? I mean, what do you expect? Were you trying to commit suicide, or? Cause man, you gotta be some type of fool or some type of real nigga. I don't even know if you a real nigga or a fool at this point, because a real nigga gonna do what he gotta do to get up out of the situation. And if it's jumping from 20 feet off the balcony of a courthouse with all kind of police and officials and whatnot, then you're definitely gonna be a real nigga. But in this case, I don't want to be no real nigga. You can't see me jumping 20 feet from no goddamn balcony. This dude's definitely crazy, man. And said here, I told him I was raising this bond up to 50,000 to 75,000, and he said, I'm not going to jail. You're not talking to me, you're not taking me to jail. And he ran out the courtroom. And by the time they caught him, that boy done jumped over the balcony, y'all. I can't believe it, man. This is some incredible shit. And it's a bad look on our people. But it's amazing how this man survived a 20-foot fall from a balcony. And if you been to this courthouse ain't nothing but concrete. It was built down there back in the 40s. It's pure concrete. So when he land, obviously he didn't fuck some shit up. But this is his jail picture whenever he was booked in today. The judge revoked his bond after he attempted to escape. Miller would be held without bond. Man, he had a bond at first, y'all. I mean, he got caught with dope and everything, but shit, man, that's what comes with this shit. That's what comes with the game. Whether or not you're doing something illegal or legal. It just comes with it. But in this case, this boy been catching cases for a long time, y'all. That boy Brandon Miller. So he's gonna go down in history as one of the most idiotic people that I've ever heard of coming from Beaumont, Texas. Because I definitely would have never even jumped from the second floor of that courthouse. And I've been to that courthouse a couple of times. And man, let's go on and read it. It said everything since Bartholomew Granger has changed for the better. Just even dealing drugs and crime and violence and offender. Bowman is known for being a little hood ghetto country town, and them boys be getting it in. So, the incident had happened today. The man said he wasn't going to go to jail. He tested positive for cocaine, but he wasn't using. Of course he wasn't using. Once you hold that dope in your hand, it get in your system. So, it's an unfortunate bit, but man, let's go on and read the Examiner from Beaumont, Texas, man, leads from the second story. So it was 2 stories. Second story balcony to flee justice. And it also mentions some other stuff. It says, "Whoa mama." Judge Joe Stevens, when he saw the alleged serial runner's rap sheet, that boy, the judge was like, "God damn," you know what I'm saying? Ooh, you don't want to be in no situation where another person can ultimately affect your livelihood. And of course, he affected his own livelihood by putting himself in this situation. And this is a picture probably before the incident, obviously. But, yeah, man, lifelong criminal. Whoa mama, Judge Stevens says, alleged when he saw the alleged serial runner's rap sheet. Upon hearing he'd be taken into custody after a drug patch issue at about 9:30, Brandon Jamal Miller, 31, evaded bailiffs before leaping from the second floor balcony inside of the courthouse. He was tased and taken into custody, guys. I mean, damn. Did y'all see the picture? Hold on. Were you guys able to even see the picture of this man? Look at that. Man, he wasn't going to jail, but I got a video for you guys, so check this out.
Jail charged with felony escape after bolting from a courtroom and dropping 20 feet over a second floor railing.
This brand new mugshot just in about 30 minutes ago showing that decision causing some injury. 31-year-old Brandon Jamal Miller told Judge John Stevens, quote, "I'm not going to jail."
He made that remark in open court after the judge increased his bond because of a failed drug test. A deputy with a taser stopped Miller in his tracks near the front entrance.
KFDM broke that story this morning, and tonight KFDM 6 News is live. Mello Stiles outside the courthouse downtown now with reaction. Mello?
Hey, Kim and Aaron. So it was actually maybe not too far away from I am right now, maybe a couple feet away from where Miller was actually captured after he was tased and brought to the hospital. And now this day did not go as planned, as Miller planned it, or even as he intended. After he ran out of the courtroom, he actually tried to jump from the second floor all the way to the first floor, and he was able to take off, but like you said, he was apprehended. This is after Brandon Jamal Miller, age 31, jumped from the second floor of the Jefferson County Court House. This was after Miller was in Judge Stevens' courtroom on a bond hearing where he failed a drug test. Judge Stevens then raised Miller's bond from $50,000 to $75,000. That's when Miller ran out of the courtroom.
Whenever I turned the corner, I saw that he was going over the railing.
Check this out, guys. This is an image of the courtroom right here. And I wish I had a better image. Look at that. You can't even see the bottom of this, guys. This man jumped. I thought it was from the third floor. I was like, ain't no way. Now, I can probably survive this. But if he was at that third floor up there, there's no way that man could have survived that and he would be dead. But it's crazy because you don't know if he was trying to commit suicide or not. And it didn't work. I mean, he was trying to get away, obviously, but, man, you had to be trying to commit some suicide. But look at that, guys. That's about 20 feet. I thought it was 3 stories. My apologies. But it was 2 stories, 20 feet.
That's when Miller ran out of the courtroom.
Whenever I turned the corner, I saw that he was going over the railing. He fell down to the first floor, and he took off running.
Miller was not easy to apprehend.
I saw one of the officers.
Boy, if you see this and if you get you a phone, you can come back and watch this video of Mr. Brandon Jamal Miller. Your ass is dumb than a motherfucker for even attempting some dumb ass shit. You got the police laughing at you. Look at them white people laughing at your ass. Boy, you deserve this kind of shame. I tell you, look at that. Laughing at him. I mean, I would laugh at him. I'm not laughing at him, but I would laugh at him if I was a police officer seeing some shit like that. It's like, what you gonna do? There's nowhere you can go, but hey, man, At least he survived.
Miller was not easy to apprehend.
I saw one of the officers running after the guy. I saw he released his taser, but the young man never slowed down.
Miller is now in the hospital.
We have taken him to the hospital, because of the jump, to make sure that before we accept him in our correctional facility, there's...
Wait, quick history lesson, guys. Sheriff Zena Stevens, and I voted for her twice. Miss Stevens, I love you. I hope you watch my video. Miss Stevens is the first African-American woman who was a sheriff in the state of Texas. She's the first African-American woman. History was made, and I can say that I was a part of history when I voted for her. So, quick history lesson. Way to go, Miss Zena.
There's no life-threatening injuries or anything of that nature.
Sheriff Stevens says having that last line of defense with a deputy at the entrance of the courthouse was very important in this situation.
We have a courthouse security, which, that man this, but we always keep a sworn peace officer there as the last line of defense.
Sheriff Stevens is pleased with how courthouse security and officers handled the situation.
The system that we have in place that the county has invested in worked. We were able to apprehend him without getting, anyone injured. I don't even want to see him injured, but he made the choice to try to escape. He made the choice to jump off the second floor of a courthouse. And so there will be some additional consequences for that, some additional charges.
Sheriff Stevens says she is proud of all who were involved in apprehending Miller and keeping everyone safe.
I'm proud of the system. I'm proud of our deputies. I'm not surprised, though. We are first responders. We're crisis intervention people.
Wow, guys. I mean, you gotta admit, it's kind of amazing, scary, unbelievable, idiotic, and patriotic in some kind of way. But I definitely do not want to raise my hats out to you, Mr. Brandon Miller. I hope that people can look at this situation and just say no to drugs and say no to the life that was unfortunately maybe given to some, but I know that there's a way, and this is not the way. So, Mr. Brandon, you definitely should have never jumped off of that balcony floor. It wasn't worth it. You're going to be in jail, and they probably ranking you right now in that court. I know they in that county jailhouse ranking the shit out of you. They got to be, because that's what I would be doing. So, anyways, guys, Smell-O-Vision TV, I had to break the news. Brandon Jamal Miller survives, but ultimately he's going to jail and with no bond. But he survived from jumping 20 feet off a courtroom balcony in Jefferson County Court House. I appreciate y'all for joining me. I hope y'all check back in. More videos and content coming soon. Smell-O-Vision TV, and I'm gone.